demographic?
Start looking for it. Yeah, there we go. I see it there, right on your channel. It says David Saylor's live stream.
Does?
Yep.
Refresh.
Right on your home. Oh, look, there's two ugly mugs.
Oh, you keep saying all this crap. Hi, everybody. I can't see it, though. I really don't see it.
What's up, Mr. Boom?
Dadgummit. What's happening?
It's just Mr. Boom. We're still trying to get set up here.
Yeah, we're sorting out problems, but
Start looking for it. Boom, is the audio okay? It's the first time we tried doing this.
I don't need to do it. Yeah, I can't.
Well, it looks like it's working on my end.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't see it. I can't find the live stream. Isn't that weird? We're sorting out problems, guys.
It's pretty bad. I've got to hyperlink you your own video. I just sent it to you on Facebook.
Oh. All right. Well, look at that. Now it works. Now I can see it.
How'd you like
It
the
shows
little
me
banner?
copying.
How did you like the little banner thing I did there for you?
Nice. Hey, Phil.
Was Phil in here?
Yeah.
Phil, what's up, bud? Salutations and greetings.
Mr. Boom is first, second, third, and fourth. Now I get it.
Oh, this is our concept that we've been kicking around. So tonight we were testing and we just made it happen. So, hey, welcome to the live stream.
There we go. All right. The premise of this live stream. What was it again, Aaron?
That we could make a live stream work, and we've got two talking heads in here, and you have enough bandwidth out of your 5600K or your 56K modem to get up here.
Yeah, there's a little smoke coming off of it, but it seems to be holding up. I'll have to pour some water on it, keep it cool.
Yeah, he's got a liquid cool, old school modem card.
I'm texting with the wife.
Social distracting. Yeah, it doesn't get more distracting than this, Phil.
There we go. It is I, Frodo, he says. Yeah, now I can see it. Okay. There. I don't know if y'all could hear that. That was pretty loud. Whew. Yeah. Me and Aaron have been working on this project for what? About a month now? Maybe 2.
We've been talking about this since
last fall.
The last time we were in Tennessee. Since the last time you and me were on a live stream together.
Yeah. There, my back, my audio. But we had to get me squared away first, which meant I had to be able to get my video into the computer and to Aaron, because Aaron's carrying all the burden. He actually has the data bandwidth to be able to stream all of us to YouTube. I don't know how to sing up. I got to be able to turn off that for a while. That's kind of annoying.
That little switch on the side.
I'm getting text messages and they're coming through on my computer.
Gotta love iMessage.
Huh?
Gotta love iMessage.
Yeah. Yeah, here they are. I wonder if I can pause that right here if I double click. What will it let me do? Options. Open it, log in, this, that. None. It won't let me do what I want to do. Oh well. All right. But I had to get some hardware and some software, get all that working, and I wanted to use the D810. That's what I'm streaming through. I'm actually streaming with the D810 and a 24 f2.8 lens. Hence the background blur. I need a little blurry background in my life, like Casey. I was wanting to use this camera for something productive. It sits a lot nowadays, camera case. And I've got me a little lav mic plumbed into it so that it has some decent audio, and it's plumbed into the computer through what is known as a capture card that streamers stream gaming. And there's a piece of software that allows me to plumb that video feed into Discord. I'm feeding you Discord, ain't I?
Yeah, you're coming in through Discord. I've taken your little window in Discord through the video call, and then I overlaid it over there, and then I'm capturing this little temporary setup I've got with this camera, and then this is not the way I wanted it to be set up tonight, but it's proof of concept, if you will. Oh, I lost you, David.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm still running here. Can you hear my audio?
No, it was me. I actually clicked off your video stream.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Yeah, there we go. But this allows me to have good, clean focus. As you see, that's not focused. That is. But I'm down in my office tonight so that I wouldn't be using the bandwidth at the house. The girls were streaming tonight too. They were watching it stream, not creating. But I actually bought the AC power adapter for the D810. I'm running on wall power, so I don't have a battery in it. Also, I figured out how to shut off that stupid 10-minute timer that kills live view. Because see, I'm in live view standby, so it doesn't have a record limit. And I'm feeding straight out of the HDMI, so I'm not writing the memory, so the processing power is much. The camera isn't even warm at this point. Works really well for this, actually. And it's the old 24 millimeter AIS. And I need to review this lens. I think it lacks. I don't think I've reviewed this lens yet.
I haven't met an AIS lens I didn't love.
Yeah, Ken Rockwell gives this one pretty bad marks, but looking at the screen, I've got it displaying right beneath it on the screen. Looks pretty darn good, just to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've been.
You like my light? I can't see the comments. I have to turn to read them.
I told you just open it up in another window. You got two laptops there, don't you? Oh, yes, we are total nerds. Oh boy,
Yeah,
you need to go on a trip with us, Phil.
Yeah, there's 3 MacBook Pros sitting right here,
and you don't have enough monitor space to read a little chat window.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And an iPhone, and so it's a video or a photography channel. I brought a camera, and I think Aaron did too. So I need to point this way, I think.
I have no cameras
this way to point at Aaron.
in reach right now. They're all in my other office that I was going to set up for actually I was going to set all this up. at, but that just didn't happen tonight.
No, it's not a 1.2. It's an f2.8 lens. Just flip through Aaron's cover photos on Facebook so Heather could see the awesomeness.
Phil, you
Hey, GMP Photo up in Chicago logged in. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. That's this breech lock debacle. This lens has a big silver lock ring, and you unlock that ring, and it allows you to pull the lens straight off. Now, it'll probably be an almost impossible nightmare to get it back on now that I've done it. There we go. And I got it locked. Let's see. Is the aperture working? Yes. And the aperture works. I put it on right. It's got one screw that's wrong. I think the screw fell out and someone put a different one in it, and it scrapes the inside of my adapter so it don't fit exactly right. I really need to mess with that screw. I think someone tried to probably loosen grease. It's loosened up some since I've been shooting with it, but it's still real stiff. But yeah, the grease is tight and focused. Smooth, but it's tight. Oh no, send her to the Flickr page.
yeah, Facebook does photography now. It doesn't. Facebook and Instagram are horrible for, showing out like your photography. Like, yeah, it's just meh. I think the next time we do this, I'll have that Z6 hooked up.
I'm logged in as Teresa Sailors on the other computer.
Okay, that explains it.
So that's who's giving you them web links to my website.
Yeah, that little Z50 is.
Hey, Long Rider. Glad to see you drop by.
Z50
We're
is
starting to get a
amazing.
regular group here now. Yeah, we didn't announce it. We didn't do anything. This is kind of a maiden voyage slash, what do they call it? Trials, sea trials. We're taking the streaming gear out for sea trials, to make sure it works like we want it to. So we just powered up, and actually Aaron wasn't ready to stream it all tonight. I got all this working, and we were working out all of the background stuff, and I said, shoot, turn it on. He said, let me smoke a cigarette.
You have no idea the amount of technical stuff. It was like being at work today. I was just like trying to solve technical problem after technical problem. Lessons learned: do not try to do this on a MacBook. There's not enough. I don't know. OBS doesn't do enough on the Mac side of things. So we had to use OBS Studio to get this actually working in OBS Studio. Streamlabs OBS, sorry. Streamlabs OBS will actually only works on Windows. There's no Mac DMG file for it. So here we are. So I had to like throw everything over my desktop and kind of hodgepodge some stuff together and get it up and running.
I'm texting with Grant. My phone literally has been absolutely silent for probably the last 6 hours. And in the last 5 minutes, it's blew up with messages. Actually, I answered that one. There we go. So, have you done any macro photography, Aaron, with your Z50? Phil said he took his out today and test drove it on macro photos.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me be right. I'll be right back.
But all right, he's gonna run off. There's Grant. How you doing, Grant? Today I didn't use this camera. I took the Z6 with me and did some. I didn't really do much photography. Come to think of it, I don't even know that I took any photos. I did some video for my next tutorial. The next phase of the simple tutorial videos is going to be ISO. Since I left it in auto last time, I wanted to bring it into the mix this time and explain kind of what it does in simple terms. And the whole point of that series is for someone who has no idea what's going on with this machine, but they're interested and they want to know easily what's happening and not have to, go to college to do it. You can figure it out good enough to start enjoying hobby without having to spend a bunch of time learning minutia, f-stop numbers, all of that sort of thing. Just learn lower f-stops, make the picture have more background blur, higher f-stops have less background blur, that sort of thing. And it allows them to get started quick. They don't have time trying to get up and move. That's the whole point of those videos. So if y'all are watching them and you're thinking, why is he saying it so plain and like boring? Well, that's why. My little girl wanted to understand what these functions did, so I'm kind of building them for her. Aaron's back.
Yeah, I've been back for a while. So we were talking about macro photography. Let's see if I can do this. So this is, is that going to work? Everything's backwards. Nope, it's not going to focus. All right, well, anyways, this is that, what is this? That's it. This is that Nikon enlarger, that 50 mil enlarger thing that you said was a contraption.
Yeah, look at all that stuff stacked together.
It's actually really cool. So this is a Nikon 50 millimeter 2.8 larger lens. There's no focusing helicoid on it. It's believe it or not, it's an M42 mount. It's got a 45 millimeter filter thread on it. There we go.
Yeah, because you move for an enlarger, you move the whole mechanism up and down.
Yeah, you move the whole mechanism. So I had to figure out. It was kind of a complicated little thing. So I wound up getting a M42 helicoid. So it's 25 to 55 millimeter helicoid.
Okay. And
then I also needed to get an M42 to Nikon Z adapter. I had to get this thing from China. Off of eBay, and this was before everything happened, and it's a flat M42 mount right on the flange. I mean, you can see there's no distance to it, and this thing.
Oh, it's a low.
Yeah, so it's.
Wow.
Yeah, so but that gives me, with that on there, about 26 millimeters. So when the helicoid's all the way down, compacted, it's almost dead on to infinity. And then that gives me when I retract it all the way out, gives me almost to I don't know, about 3 inches on focal distance. Works good.
Nice.
It was just one of those little things that was kind of fun to do. It was like it was a cheap lens, and I mean the lens was like I paid $40 for the lens, maybe $10 for the mount. $20 maybe for the helicoid. It didn't come with they don't usually come with a lens cap, so I bought a little aftermarket lens cap off of Amazon for a couple bucks, and then I also got a little lens hood, and I've come up with this amazingly sharp little 50 millimeter lens that works great. Yeah, no tubes. It's that helicoid is the tube.
See what he says? George said, "Get your camera out and take a photo." Look what Phil said. Geico trap. Surely you're not using voice to text. Favorite lens to adapt. Oh, excuse me. Uh, my favorite lens kind of shifts over time. It seems I'll get a new one. I'll use it for a while, but I have certain ones that they make it into my camera bag and then they don't come back out. Um, the 200 millimeter f4 AI, it's not an AIS, it's an AI. Um, that one is one of my favorites. If I'm shooting anything at distance on the XT3, um, the 55 millimeter f1.8 uh, Pentax Asahi, I like that one for my kind of street photography lens. It's the little brother to this one. It's the one I used in my video to show the difference. That one will be back in the bag once I get done with the video. And then I've got a little zoom that I like. I've got the 70 to 150 or 75 to 150 Nikon in the bag right now for a mid-range telephoto. If I'm shooting straight photography though, I've got a little 35 to 105 Nikon zoom I like because it's small and compact. And then of course the kit lens, the 18 to 55 kit lens that comes with the X3 is a great little lens. Only time I really get it out though is if I'm just wanting to get photos and I'm not trying to be creative. I just want to capture the world around me. Like when I went to Israel, I used the kit lens the whole time, almost exclusive. There's like 2 photos that were with a different lens. And then the rest of the trip I didn't. I left that kit lens on it the whole time. And got great photos. I even ran an ND filter on it because it's so bright over there in that desert. I used it to cut the light on back. It was just I was having to run. It would just run out the camera settings. It would run the shutter speed way up ridiculous, just to get it down to normal. So I just ran that ND filter so I could read it, set it to like 1/250th of a second, and whatever I was trying to run like f8 aperture most of the time so I could get a decent photo. And I just roll that variable ND until the histogram moved to the center and then take the photo. I had it in the EVF where I could see the histogram work perfect. It's literally just one finger roll, spin that ND, click, perfectly exposed photos. It worked so well. But I guess you'd say my favorite, if I just had to stick one on the camera and leave it, would probably be that 55 f1.8 Pentax because it's light and it takes incredibly good photos. What about you, Aaron?
Well, I mean, like most of the lenses that my old lenses I had were all Nikon AIS, so there wasn't much adapting until I got the Z50 and the Z6, which they adapt really easy. One of the things I did learn though when I started adapting is I just got a regular dumb, Nikon F to Nikon Z adapter for like the older Nikon lenses. A little bit more slimlined. You didn't have to worry about the silly foot being in the way. That worked out really good.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. If I was just going to run the old AIS lens, you don't need that motor drive.
That little Helios 33 is an amazing little lens on the C50. That's
Is it?
Yeah, it's a 35 millimeter, 35 2.8, or is it a 1.8? I can't remember. And
that's a Zeiss knockoff, isn't it? Didn't they copy the Zeiss Jenna 35 mil for that?
Yeah, but then they put it in an Industar 50 body because the focusing part's on the front of it, so it's got like a little rod that sticks out that you just touch your finger to. And I mean, I can get it and show, but it's great little lens, and it's an L39 mount. Well, I mean, the focal distance on it's like what 22.5 millimeters, so that's an L39, which M39 and L39 are a little bit different. Like if you look at a Soviet lens, like a regular Helios or something that's M39, it's still going to have that 45-ish millimeter focal plane distance to it. But that Helios 33 had an L39 focal plane. So when you put it on just a regular, when you shoved in that Industar 50 body and then put a M39 to Nikon Z on it, it's half the distance of an F mount or an M42 adapter. Super compact.
There. He said Max just picked up a Pentax with a couple of lenses. Long Rider did. Max and Mers, who he's talking about. Just bought the Nikon 18 to 55 AFP, and he used it all the time. That's George. Phil, he has the Rokinon 14 f2.8 with a focus chip in it, and it can't talk to the Z6 through the FDZ, so he's got the dumb adapter for it, and now it works. But now, why would you need? Oh, well, no, you've got the 14 to 24 f2.8. Isn't it the same at the bottom end of the scale as that Rokinon will be, or is there something I'm not knowing? I guess the Rokinon's smaller since it's not a variable lens.
$14mm 2.8, that'd be almost a fisheye.
Yeah, it's be a monster. I may have a delay because I keep looking over here because right here is the other screen, lighter to hike with it, is where the text is. Should be able to pull it up on this. Find it. Community. Video. Load. Sort by. There it is. Now I don't have to look at it on this lens. Okay. Uh-oh. Mute my audio. Hold on.
Are you watching YouTube while we're on YouTube?
Found it. Woo! Now I can see I don't have to look over here. I can just look straight down and see the, I can see the chat. It's right under the lens now.
Gotcha.
120 subscribers to 2,000. Apparently I'm at 1780. Can't see it. Oh, 1880. Wow. Who's your favorite photographer? You go first, Aaron.
Well, I can't say he's my favorite photographer, but he's my spirit animal, and I would say that would be Ansel Adams.
Ansel, yeah. I don't know. For me, it's kind of tough. Honestly, I like John Free. Do y'all know him? Uh-oh. Teresa's calling.
Incoming call from
Hello?
the big giant head.
Oh, well, we're talking about photographers. I'll be up in a little bit. I don't know. All right, love you. Okay, I'm back.
That's what we call
Oh,
it,
look.
Fagro.
Rebecca sent me an email for a collab idea, and it's written in Chinese. I don't know if I'll be able to respond to that. Teresa's up at the house. She's laying down. She's wondering when I was coming up. That's all. Adam Gibbs. Who is Adam Gibbs? Is that some loser that thinks he's a photographer? I don't know him. Is he as popular as Aaron of Aaron's Life?
I'm not popular. I am the poster boy for unpopular. I am the photographer that you do not see.
But yeah, I like him. Um, there's several photographers that I kind of like. Most of them are living, just to tell you the truth. Adam was 2018 landscape photography year. Nice. I've probably seen his work and just didn't know it. If he's made those kind of achievements, then you know his photos are probably pretty prolific. I'll tell you, I like Thomas Heaton. You know, his photography is beautiful. Another guy I like, as far as a YouTuber / photographer goes, is James Popsis. He's an English photographer too, and he's got a real good on-camera presence, but his photos are really pretty. And he did a bunch of thoughts, or not thoughts. I seen Grant's comment. What do you call them? Composites. He would take these real bizarre juxtaposition images and meld them together and make really bizarre photos. Like he took, it was like a basketball and it was a globe, the planet Earth, you know, and he does these real bizarre juxtaposition photos with landscape photography. And he said it was really difficult to do some of those. You need to look up his composite videos. They're fairly old now. It's been a couple of 3 years since I posted about them. But yeah, when I first started watching him, he was real big into those composites. And they're really, really well done. He's like a master of Photoshop. It's really interesting work that he was able to produce. I like him too, because his photos are really pretty. A lot of times he does a lot of they kind of start to run together a lot of times, because it's like beautiful mountain with a little tiny sheep in it, beautiful mountain with a little tiny sheep. But I like them. They look, you know, they're real visually appealing. He's got a good eye for photography. Shoots a D850 and some Fuji medium format. Which photo of Ansel's do you like the best, Aaron? Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, sorry, I forgot I get you on the foot switch.
Oh.
What's the name of it?
The video has got a delay in it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's all got a delay in it. What's the name of that thing?
It ain't that one in New Mexico, is it?
Oh, God, no.
He's got two that stand out in my mind. One is his El Capitan photo in Yosemite.
I think it's El Capitan, but the reason I like it is because I've seen so many different variations of it.
Yeah, people try to replicate it and can't.
No, Ansel Adams, when he would develop, you know, a print, every time he would develop it a little different. So there's like every time it was like a unique piece of work, even though it was the same photograph.
Okay. I think your foot switch has dropped out.
No, it's still there. What is it? Can you not hear me? They can hear me on the stream.
Okay. It's messing with my head because the video is lagging behind the audio. I'm getting the audio, I believe, in real time.
Yeah, you and me should be nearly, the audio should be in real time. The video over on YouTube's probably, I don't know, 10 seconds delay.
Yeah, it's got a pretty significant delay.
Now, Ansel was really, if you can ever watch any of the documentaries on how he developed stuff, I mean, like all the dodging and burning, and it was just, you see him there with a piece of cardboard, you know, dodging and burning. Yeah. And I'm like going, yeah, that's photo editing at its, you know, most rawest level. And, you know, it was awesome.
Yeah. Cutting out template and laying them above the print to get the dodge. Yeah. Burn in just sections of the print. that would take a lot of practice to be able to get that right. You'd go through a lot of print paper before you got the one you wanted, I bet.
Yeah, and it's as stunning as Ansel's photography was. I think we've lost a lot about kind of like the art side of that's the post processing. Now you got filters, you just click a button and it does it. So
Yeah.
there's definitely an art form into it, and I think we're kind of losing it.
Yeah. Yeah. The old manual darkroom stuff, it's a dying thing. There's only a select few people that even mess with it now. It's almost relegated to hobbydom, hobby status.
Well, I don't know.
Grant's asking. Oh, go ahead.
I think film we might see a resurgence in film. It's people are kind of wanting to get back
I'm
to
seeing
it.
a lot of. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers starting to shoot sheet film again, 4x5 and 8x10 sheet. Starting to see it a lot.
Wasn't even scrolling for me.
Oh, really? Grant said, "What's your thoughts on the D6?" Honestly, I looked at the D6 like this. It's it was Nikon putting out something in time for the Olympics, and of course, it does have incredible stills photos capabilities. It's a warmed over D5. The D5 was no slouch. The I personally, I think they didn't dump a lot of research and development into it like Canon did the 1DX Mark III because they ain't moving many of them, and it doesn't warrant the money that it would take to do all that R&D to re-engineer all of those parts in that camera to sell maybe 2 or 3 thousand. That's what I think. I don't think they sold that many D5s, and they're thinking they're not going to sell a whole lot of D6s. So why spend the resources R&D in it if you're not going to move very many of them? Pump all that money over into that Z Flange program and work on those cameras. They are moving. Them Z50s are selling like hotcakes. Y'all see it. There's 2 guys in the stream right now that's got Z50s, and they just about couldn't get them. What do you think, Aaron?
What about the Z50? Oh, the D6?
Yeah.
The D6 it's got a niche, but I think like the most of us, average Joe photographers, I, I don't see any use for it. I mean, not unless you're out shooting fashion, and then I still don't even think you'd have to be a diehard Nikon professional to go, hey, I really want this, just to have
Right.
it.
That doesn't want to sacrifice your F mount lens collection.
I mean, seriously, I've been like, I keep saying it, if I'm gonna go beyond the D850, like the GFX 100 is my next step. If I want to go that big and getting that type of landscape photography, just going big medium format. Or what's his name? Who's the guy that runs around with large format? Does landscape photography with the 8x10?
Nick Carver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he's shooting that big wooden box camera.
Yep. Yeah, that's 8x10. I don't think it's silver plate, but yeah, he's. I mean, that's.
He shoots sheet film in it. Yeah. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that you're going to see a D7. I think the D6 is the end of that line, and you'll see them working the mirrorless slowly but surely. I think you might see replacements for the 850, and maybe the D500 might even get a replacement, but probably after that, that'll be the last of those DSLRs too. Because at the end of the day, there's less parts physically in a mirrorless camera. So if they can sell mirrorless cameras that don't have a mirror box, don't have a mirror assembly, don't have the pentaprism, which is an expensive piece of glass, by the way, doesn't have that second focus sensor setting off to the side that all that focus data has to flow through. All of that leaves, and you just have the sensor with a gyro assembly for vibration, the IBIS, and then you have electronics, and that's all that's really in there. So it simplifies the camera as far as a manufacturing perspective goes. All them moving parts go away, and it just makes them cheaper to manufacture. And they're still selling them for the premium that the expensive, complicated mechanical cameras were selling for. So it just financially, it makes sense to move to the mirrorless, not because they're better, because they're cheaper to make.
We'll see what if the Z1 comes out.
Phil says that D6 and that new 120 to 300 f2.6 would be perfect for soccer games. So he used to shoot he was the designated photog for the Chattanooga Soccer Club, soccer football league, whatever, where they play soccer, the Chattanooga team. So he'd be down at field level in the game. I was the guy up in the stands trying to get a decent photo with a big zoom lens in the way. I went to one of those games. It was kind of interesting. Grant likes Nick Carver too. He's Phil says if they make it D500, I might not have purchased my last DSLR, but I doubt they will. Joey Wilkerson says he likes Gavin Hardcastle. I don't know.
I think Gavin Hardcastle, that's that funny guy, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think I actually watch him on YouTube. It's the Photo Tripper.
Oh, is that him? I like him. Phil says Gavin is cool, but Adam is better. Yeah, funny.
Yeah, he's the Photo Tripper. That's
he's
Gavin.
The one that does the landscape photography on the Oregon coast, ain't he?
No, I think you're thinking of now like Nick Page. Nick Page lives out in Oregon.
Oh, well, is he the one that does the videos where he does collaborative stuff with other YouTubers, and then they'll have these almost comedy skits he does in his video?
No, that's Gavin. Gavin does the comedy stuff, but I'm pretty sure he lives in the UK.
Oh, okay. I might have to go to bed. It's nearly 10 o'clock. But this has been a lot of fun. We have now named all of the F4 Club, he said. That's that group that did that little trip.
Yeah, it was what, Nick and Grumpy and Gavin and Heaton.
Yeah.
Now I got to go get my studio set up. Get the video part of it done right.
Yeah. Well, at least now we know it worked. That was the whole point of this stream, guys. It wasn't really to get into this conversation. Thank you, Grant, for the really awesome question. That worked really well. But we wanted to make sure we had all of this working, and the Fellowship of the Aperture Ring will proliferate. How about you, Aaron? You got anything to add?
No, I'm just kind of looking forward to kind of getting it all. I don't know. It'd be cool to see where this goes. I mean, one of these nights we'll get like Phil in here. I can squeeze another head in here. We can do 3 talking heads.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, now that I figured out how to get audio piped into the camera, I can run any mic that I want now. So if I want to run a desk mic or something, I can do that. So, yeah.
I'll probably be running my studio stuff. So I'll have my studio headphones on with I'll be using my broadcast setup basically.
Okay.
I'll have a desk mic with a proper mixing board, and yeah, it's proper lighting, camera in the right place. I think I'm gonna gear the Z6 up for doing that.
Kind of like I'm doing with this D810, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to wind up being the Z6 or if it's going to wind up being the Z50. The Z50 may actually be a little bit better because of the kit lens on it. Because the only native Z lens I got for the 6 is that 51.8, which is amazing. It's the most amazing 50 millimeter I've ever touched.
Okay, hold on. We got a question. If I can figure it out. MT Sipple says, "What did the doohickey do that you attached to the lens? Black part with contact. Was it worthwhile? I'm assuming." Trying to remember what the black part with the contact. Oh, he's talking about where I added those little sensors
Oh,
to
the chip.
the chips for the AI lenses.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they're worthwhile for using them on a DSLR because they're for f-mount lenses. I mean, you can get them for Canon glass too. Yeah, I liked it. It basically gives you the thumb wheel or the front command wheel aperture control with the camera, so you don't have to set the aperture manually. Whatever, you can see it on the camera in the viewfinder, and you can set the aperture without having to count clicks or anything. But it gives you that functionality, and it gives you EXIF data. But that's all you really gain. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was nice. You got to get the right glue, or them little chips will turn loose and fall off in your mirror box camera. That happened to my lens. But yeah, I liked them. But yeah, I appreciate you guys logging in, and we'll get these now that we've got this technical aspect sorted out. Like Aaron said, we'll get our little studios put together, and we'll do this again soon. We'll have subjects and things like that, and Aaron says we're going to have guests. This is going to be fun. So until next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I vote you get your camera out and go take a picture with it. What do you say, Aaron?
Get cameras, take your pictures, have fun. But remember, stay away from buffaloes and people.
Aaron?
What? All right. Y'all have a good night.